Howdy folks. Wednesday morning for me. Morning shave. I am shaving with a gym razor. This is one I have shaved with before. Featherweight. See that silver in color? That's what the end of the handle looks like. The one I'll be shaving with today though, before we got the blade loaded up, this will be the fourth use on this one. This one has some metal on the end of it, and you notice that it's in golden color. You notice that both of these seem to have the same issue right there on the faceplate. Some of the coating looks like it's trying to come off. I've been getting really good shaves out of my gym razors. These are very inexpensive. This one here in particular picked up I think for right at $10, and this one here I think I picked up for $13. Pretty inexpensive. Really good shavers. I've already used a hot towel to the face this morning and already got things lathered up. This is a horsehair brush. Here's the shaving cream of the day. It's mentholated. I have Allen block with the rubber band. Using off camera. Cremo beard balm. And that's what it looks like. I have my witch hazel and the aftershave Classic. And I'll go ahead and wet the face real quick and get lathered up, get started. The menthol in this, in my opinion, is light, especially in comparison to some of the others I have seen used. Talking about how mentholated they are, or the eucalyptus or the mint or anything like that that has a cooling type feature. So if you're looking for one that's not real heavy on the menthol, this would be one. For me, in my opinion, it is still noticeable. It's just not as strong as some of the others that's out on the market that can't be had. This cream, it whipped up real nice. Alright, pass number one with the green. You can see, taking that many strokes doesn't clog up, just glides right on across the face. The blade that's in the razor, these blades I found at CVS, they're going to be packaged up as CVS. But when you look on the container that houses the blades themselves, it says American Safety Razor. I have seen online where they have some gem blades. Blue Star. I do plan on trying to get some of those and trying them out. See if I notice any kind of difference in the way of the shave. I'm assuming there's going to be a difference on how the blade looks after the shave compared to what I've been using right now. I've been looking online quite a bit when it comes to different blades that might be able to be had for a gym razor like this. What I have found is the Feather makes a blade that looks like it might be able to fit in this razor. Need to look into it a little bit more. It took a while to find any kind of existence of that kind of blade, so I don't know. It might be a little difficult to get them, only to find out they may or may not work. I don't know what kind of modifications may have to be done to the blade. I have to look at the picture a little bit closer and compare, see what kind of differences they are. Well, I do know that on the very top, on a feather blade, the picture I remember looking at, the on most of these gem blades, the top of it is made a particular way, where it looks like it's a place where a person could handle the blade safely. It's like there's a top part to it. I'll show you when I get done closer to the end of the shave. I'll take the blade out. The feather blade, the picture I remember seeing, did not have that. But I was running out of time when I found it, so I had to, in other words, I was on my way to work, so I had to hurry up and get busy with it. This will be across the grain, going from the ear to the nose. For me, the whole idea is just to compare the shaves. Not only how many uses do I get out of one blade, but is it smooth, comfortable? Not that I'm complaining about these by any means. It's just if you don't try anything new, you don't know if you can get a better shave. Won't ever know until you try. It is, once again for me, I'm really amazed at these older razors like these, how great of a shave you can get with them. For me, I feel like my whiskers are a little on the thick side. In other words, in diameter, not necessarily in growth. And this being the fourth shave on this blade, I could probably get another shave out of it. But the way I kind of look at it, not right now so far, in other words, I can tell this blade's got a few uses on it. I don't really see a need to risk getting a bad shave. In other words, these blades are not real expensive. A person that maybe the diameter of their beard is not near as thick, a thinner growth beard, would get more shaves out of it. I just know for me, my experience, this looks like this might be the last one. It's a little tuggy. In other words, I'm not interested in getting a bad shave just because I'm trying to stretch the blade. Alright, lathering up for pass number 3. This will be against the grain. I usually lather either my shaving cream or my shaving soap a little on the wet side. It's not all that thick. This one here is a little drier than normal, but shaving with these kind of razors, that for me it's alright. If I was shaving with a shave ed or a straight razor, I would have it a little bit more on the wet side or the moist side. It's just my preference. It just seems to work better for me. By the way, yeah, if you can't tell, for me this cream's working out quite nicely for me. Alright, against the grain. Pass number 3. I don't know if you can hear that feedback. See, it can handle quite a bit of shaving cream on there, and it's not getting clogged up. It just keeps right on pushing through. In other words, you can get a really quick shave with one of these if you're in a hurry. And still get a good, smooth, comfortable shave. The growth of my hair on my face, right through here on each side of my face, grows kind of odd. Seems like I can go through there, as you can tell, I can go different directions, and each direction I go through on the stroke seems like it's against the grain. That's how it feels right there on both sides. For me, it's real easy to find the angle with these gem razors, especially the ones that are cutting in like that. It just seems to be natural to find the angle. Don't consider myself an expert by any means. Been wet shaving just over a year. Went many years basically without shaving, so just trimming on my upper cheeks and my neck area with the electric trimmer I use to trim my beard. Yep. Especially right up underneath here. The growth is a little thicker, and you can definitely tell with this blade it's seen its last days, in my opinion. Somebody else might be able to get, more shaves out of it, out of a blade. Just for me, this is about as far as I'm willing to go with it. This blade, like I say, is the 4th use on it, and here's the top part that I was referring to. Makes it nice and safe to handle. The feather blade that I had noticed that looks similar to this did not have this on the top. And let's see, that's what it looks like. And it's not that I don't dry it off after each use, let it air out before I put it into the razor, and for whatever reason, turn around, that's what it looks like. So I'm hoping that maybe, and it's just a cosmetic thing for me, that's not rust, it just is colors. Maybe the gem Blue Star won't look like that after a use. It's just something that just kind of bothers me. Alright, go ahead and rinse the face here. We'll use the alum block to see what kind of report we get on the shave. But the shaves I've been getting have just been really great with these gem razors. The other day I shaved with the Micromatic Clog Proof. It was great. Like I say, for me, when you're first time you're experiencing these kind of razors, It does make you wonder how they fell out of favor. I guess maybe if you look at the razor itself, it's not a, no, it's not the most beautiful razor, but it works quite well. I guess if you look at it as a tool, it's a good tool, very reliable. As old as they are, and they still function just fine. Allen block with the rubber band. Just like the Schick razors, the injectors. They're inexpensive also. I been looking for different kind of blades other than Schick for those, and yeah, no stinging this morning, even after the 4th use on this blade. 3 passes on each shave. It was a good shave this morning. Very enjoyable. Schick injector blades. Is that the only blades available for injector? Well, I think it's what, Supply Provision has their injector razor that comes with different plates for different aggressiveness. I'm going to give them a try, see how they work. Witch hazel. In other words, give a try with different blades to see if I get the same experience with the Schick injector blade. And it, like I say, it may be nothing more than cosmetic, but it does make you wonder how well the blade was made. In other words, I guess you might say, can I get more shaves out of another blade? And this edge right here, you see how nicely it's ground, looks uniform across there. On a couple of the Schick blades, not uniform all the way across there. Got one that's shinier across one end as opposed to the other end. It just doesn't do well for confidence for me on how well the blade was ground for the edge. Alright, aftershave of the day. And if you have never tried this, that is what the restrictor looks like. Somewhat smaller than a lot of the other restrictors that I normally use. I guess it's, you know, it's up to the individual on which one they like better. It takes more effort to get it out, but maybe you usually get too much out of one that's got a larger restrictor, and a smaller one might be more desirable. For me, it's fine. A bunch comes out, I use it all. This aftershave, as it goes, or how it makes my face feel, it definitely makes it, in other words, it feels like it has moisturizers in it, and it might be the fact, I think if I remember right, it has glycerin in it, and that might be what I'm feeling, but it really has a nice post-shave feel to it. Feels good on the face. A light classic scent. I really like it. It's not that I don't like the newer scents, but to me I lean more towards the classic because of, I guess you might say, what I remember smelling as I was growing up. Alright, once again, here's a classic LEA aftershave, along with the mentholated shaving cream. Razor of the day. That's what it looks like inside, if you can see that. That's what the top looks like. That spot right there on both of these razors, get a spot like that. Doesn't affect the shaving at all, it's just all cosmetic. Oh, this particular one here, notice it's got a piece of paper in there. It came with it when I bought it. And what it's trying to tell you is there are what they would refer to as stop hooks, making sure that the blade rests in there. And if you're buying a vintage razor, keep in mind not all of these have been well taken care of, and some of those stop hooks, I've got a Star razor that one of the stop hooks looks like somehow or another it got pushed down, and so it acts more of a stop as opposed to a hook, and so that blade doesn't sit up in there, it just rests, which changes how it fits all the way across there. In other words, it's not uniformly straight. And I'm thinking I'm going to attempt to repair, because you look on the back side, it looks like I might be able to push that thing back out. When I work up the nerve, I'll try to get that thing repaired. The brush of the day, horsehair. Hope everybody stays safe. Around here, the temperature is still around 100 plus with the heat index, and smooth shaves to you.